Okay, so we're back. I'm only planning to do one day today, just to kind of get my head back in the space of this game, because I had to redo some days last time, and I thought I was making good progress, so it was all weird. But we'll see how far we get this time. I mean, last stream, there was a lot of talking, a lot more, what's it called, expository dialogue. Sorry, late, but yeah, expository dialogue. So hopefully this time it's a little more focused on progressing the story. Honestly, a lot of this could be a lot of repeat stuff, but we'll see. Here, this is my room. The moment we step into my room, Saber's eyes widen with surprise. What's wrong? I don't think there's anything around here that should surprise you like that. Why would I lie to you about that? I only come here to sleep, so it makes sense there's nothing here. A collector of swords, perhaps. Saber steps into the Japanese-style room, running her hand along the wall and sliding the paper door, feeling its texture. Her touch is gentle, as if contact with these things will let her learn their history, see their memories.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
Hearing noises, whatever. Warmth? Well, I guess that's true. Maybe it's how this mansion's been structured, but this room is cool during the summer and warm in winter. My old man also was impressed and said I chose well.
部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。四郎の心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
Go and break. Okay, sorry about that. Had a minor water issue, but it's all solved, so no problem, no problem. Okay, yes, a room is a reflection of its owner's personality. The state of the room has left me concerned. Now my impression of you is as it was previous to coming here. Okay. Yeah, because she's like, is this guy a psychopath? He's got nothing in his room. Saber sounds relieved, but I don't really understand what she's trying to say. So what do you want to talk to me privately about?
悪い話です。少なくとも他のマスターには知られたくはない。
From Saber's expression, I'm guessing this has something to do with our shortcomings. Okay, I think I got the gist of what's on your mind. Go ahead and tell me what it is.
ええ、それなのですが、おそらくこれはもう私たちでは解決できないことです。私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって体を維持する。だからこそサーバントはマスターを必要とするのですが。
But because I'm a crap master, I don't have enough magical energy to maintain your body?
違います。たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですが、シローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。本来つながっているはずの霊脈が断線しているのです。
I don't remember this plot point. Maybe because it's like, maybe they didn't. I mean, normally this would mean that they didn't actually make a contract, but they did. So, that means it means that while I'm supposed to be providing Saber with fuel for her engine, so to speak, I'm not. Saber, that means.
シロー自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。何らかの不手際があって、本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。Well, that's because he didn't
actually summon her. He just kind of put magical energy into the already existing magical circle that was there, and that's about it, I guess. An error during your summoning. When Saber was called here, it wasn't any sort of summoning. It was just an accident. It's no wonder Saber's having these issues since she was summoned that way. Like, I hope that they mention, hey, what did the summon circle look like? And then they go out to the shed and look at it. Wait, then what's going to happen if you can't replenish magical energy? Does that mean you're going to disappear soon?
私が持つ魔力を使い切れば、この世界に留まることはできなくなるでしょう。召喚されてからすでに3回の戦闘を行いました。私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術ですから、傷を負えば魔力の消費も早くなる。そうですね。昨夜までで成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
So this is stupid though, because just a reminder, she's the one that started fighting the third time. They did not have to fight the third time, as far as I can think. But yeah, I don't quite understand. Like, I use 10 full-fledged mages worth of magical energy, but it's like, well, how does that work in servant terms? Because obviously, it's not expected that when a servant fights, that they use that much of a mage's magical energy normally. And like, so yeah, like the ratio doesn't quite make sense. I think this is just like the master gives like 5% of their magic per day theoretically, and then the efficiency is such that the servant can like magnify that, you know, 100-fold or something. So maybe in that way they mean it's an engine. Like the mage's magic is the fuel, but then the engine makes that fuel work way better than normal. I'm speechless. Every time Saber fights, she loses magical energy, and there's no way for her to replace it. If she's used that much magical energy already, how much longer can Saber stay here? Actually, I don't understand. I wish that she would say, what percentage of your magic have you used? You're like, oh, I used 10 mages worth of magic. And it's like, is that 50% of what you got? Is that 10% of what you got? Like what?
そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで 魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
Sleep. Does sleeping restore magical energy?
わかりません。
No, I don't think so.
ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。
And like for some reason, this is the only time, as far as I'm aware, that a servant can't dematerialize. And I believe this is just purely so that Shiro can interact with her like a normal person. Unlike every other master-servant relationship where they can interact just fine, but oh yeah, I can make them go invisible whenever. But like again, like I don't think it benefited this story to just make it so she has to be, I'm like a normal person. It's like you can relate with me more. It's like, you learn plenty about the other servants, and it's like you didn't need to handicap Saber in this way to learn more about her, I don't think. But I don't know, maybe she is more likely than the rest of the servants to hide information about herself, maybe.
ですからこれからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
I sigh in relief. Thank goodness I'll give her whatever she asks. That's all there is to it. I mean, they could also like bring up the idea that, well, what if when you get low on magical energy, I just use one of the command spells and then like basically just use that as a recharge for your magical reserves. Instead of a power boost, it's just a recharge. But I mean, there's more to it than that, of course. Of course, that's okay. Rest all you want if things get rough for you. I'd rather you do that if it'll allow you to stay with me longer.
では今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。
No, you can literally just use the command spell to teleport you.
空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つさ、もし
We have
離
the
れた場所で
command spell to
私
do
を呼
that.
ぶのなら、0時のバックアップが必要になります。ですから、
It's fine. It'd be an emergency. It's
できるだけ私から
fine.
離れないようにしてほしい。
You don't need to use the teleportation that often in general, anyway. like that would probably only happen maybe twice in the entirety of a Holy Grail War. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh man, daily I have to teleport to your side like with a command spell. Like, no, that should not happen. As much as I would like to, I can't readily agree. I can't imagine life with Saber sticking by my side all the time, and I do have my own life to live too. This is stupid though, because like, if Saber just said, hey, can you just take 2 weeks off of school? This seems perfectly reasonable. but meanwhile, Shiro's like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. And it's like, it's life and death, Shiro. But admittedly, it would be a boring story if like, and then for the next 5 days, I just stayed home and kind of picked and prodded at what the other servants were doing. And like, no, that's too slow pace, basically. I'll try, but is that all you need me to do? If you're asleep, you'll...
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。私が倒さずともサーバントはサーバントによって減っていくのですから。
Wow, they're just saying it right here. Because she's more than implying here that she remembers what happened the last time she was summoned, which is not supposed to be the case. But yeah, saying that she went into battle fewer than 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's about right. I think it was like 5 or 6 times, depending on certain situations. But generally, like, yeah, maybe 6 if you include like some really short fights. But it's also funny that she says this because I think in this Holy Grail War, she deals with almost all of the servants. I mean, it depends on the route, but from what I'm thinking, generally, I think she deals with like at least 4 of them for sure. So this is kind of funny. I see, so it doesn't mean everyone has to battle everyone else. If all goes well, we can end this war pretty easily. That is true, normally. But for some reason, I don't think the other servants attack each other that much. I don't know why though. For some reason, like, even though he has like the biggest handicap of any master and servant relationship in any Holy Grail war, I'm pretty sure, somehow they fight everybody. I don't know how they do that. I mean, you know, that's what the story's about, right? But like, it's just funny because it's like, how does that work? The only people I need to fight are those who start doing things no person should. Yeah, that happens a bit. I can't imagine all 7 would be like that. Even Tosaka, who seems eager to fight, would still abide by the rules of mages. And as long as the other 5 masters act humanely, I have no intention of fighting them. Saber even said she didn't fight 7 times last time, so this time around, to be fair, Fate Zero, which is what she's referencing, was a lot more chaotic, I think, than a normal Holy Grail war. I could be wrong though, but I think it was more chaotic. Oh, hold on a minute. Last time, fewer than 7 times. Hold on, Saber. Are you telling me you were the Saber last time too? I mean, does that mean you participated in the last Holy Grail War too?
私がこの聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。その時も私はセーバーでした。中には複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊もいるようですが、私はセーバーにしか該当しません。
Why is she saying she only falls under the Saber class? I guess this is, I mean, obviously this was retconned. Because, like, logically, she would clearly be suited for Lancer and Rider, without a doubt. Like, I mean, Lancer, obviously, because she actually uses a lance pretty commonly in Myth. But then also Rider, I mean, just logically. Yeah, that's kind of funny that she says this. I remember something Tosaka said. She said that out of the 7 servant classes, Saber is the best one. And this girl says that she has been summoned as that class twice in a row. The weird part is that how would Saber know that she was in the last war? How does she know that there wasn't a war between her war and this one? I mean, based on what we know, that the last war and this war were very, very close together, but still. Does that mean last time you stayed until the end?
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
Saber says this as if it should be obvious. Her statement forces me to realize something. The sword in my possession now is not something I'm worthy of. I don't deserve her. Damn, then you must be really unsatisfied with someone like me as your master.
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであれば、マスターに不満はありません。
Got it. That's a relief, but she used to be fully prepared and in capable hands, but she's been injured twice already. All because she can't replenish her magical energy. That means she'll constantly have to consider how much magical energy she has left as she fights. Which is funny that they mentioned this, because in the last Holy Grail War, she actually did get hurt in her first battle. But I think that was the only time she got hurt, though, to be fair. Pretty much. And because she needs to fight with all these restrictions in her last battle... Well, that was different, though. I mean, well, probably? I don't know. Would a normally summoned Saber have done really well against Berserker? I wonder. I mean, probably. They did imply already that she's physically weaker than she should be. She wound up covered in her own blood. The image still haunts my mind. I still see that girl, smaller and slighter than me. Why not just say whatever? Being so brutally injured.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Eh? Saber's voice snaps me back to reality.
私も負け知らずだったわけではありません。私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、 こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
You're used to it, even if your injuries look like they could be fatal?
ええ、剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。私だけが傷つかないという道理はないと思いますが。
Well, yeah, but so you're saying you don't mind getting hurt?
それが死に至る傷でなければ、死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
What the hell? So you don't care if you get injured as long as you protect your master?
それがサーバントの役割ですから。確かにリンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
Having said her piece, Saber walks toward the sliding door. There's a room opposite of the screen door. My room has always been big enough for me, so I never used the adjacent room.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
The sliding door opens quietly, then slides back shut.
私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
The hell kind of logic is that? Pisses me off. But I can't say that aloud, so I just take in Saber's words and stand alone, perplexed. Because she's not human. But whatever. I get it, but like, still, like, he's like, oh, I can't believe that she doesn't value her life. And it's like, well, she's dead. And literally is here to just, you know, get her wish done, and that's it. So, but whatever. I sit at the edge of the veranda and mindlessly look up at the blue sky. I may not be sleeping during the day like Saber, but I still need rest. I'm not nauseous anymore, but I still feel terrible. On top of that, all the unexpected things that have happened are weighing heavily on me. Woo! I take a deep breath and look blankly out over the yard. I asked about everything I needed to know, and I got answers, but I'm no less lost for it. And yet Tosaka, my senior as a mage, or rather a full-fledged master, is completely nonchalant about the whole situation.
ねえ、余ってるクッションとかない？あとビーカーと分度器。
She's busy scouring the house for stuff. Take any cushion you want from the guest room, but a normal house doesn't have beakers or protractors.
は？信じられない。魔術師なら実験用具ぐらい置いておくものよ。
Complaining loudly, she turns and heads back toward the detached building. Tosaka's really serious about getting herself situated here. And the matter of her staying overnight seems to also be settled. When I peeked into the detached building earlier, she'd already picked out the best room for herself. She'd even put up a sign that read, "Remodeling in progress. Do not enter." Fine, I guess it won't be an issue since the detached building is far away enough. Having Saber around already has me on edge, but if Tosaka were close too, there'd be nowhere for me to relax anymore. The detached building is far enough, and even though it's connected by a corridor, it feels like it's a neighboring house. As long as I keep my distance, nothing bad should happen. Okay. Oh, but I guess we'll see each other during meals. And there's only one bass here, so we'll have to decide when each of us will use it. Wait a minute, Saber's a girl too, so... Idiot. What the hell am I thinking? I shake my head violently and slump back onto the floor. Huh. With what must be my millionth sigh today, I stare blankly up at the sky. I'm getting drowsy. Must be more tired than I realized. Whatever. I just go ahead and close my eyes. Apparently not caring at all works wonders. The moment I close my eyes, I drift right off to sleep. The next thing I know, the sun is long since set, and Saber, Tosaka, and I have gathered around in the living room. I've only just woken up, and Saber is already in the living room. Tosaka had just finished remodeling her room. By the way, this is what the guest room looked like a few hours ago, but now...
シロ、あのエアコンどう使うの？
This was what I saw after being summoned for something so trivial. Even Fujini wouldn't have bothered me with it. The room has transformed into this. It looks the same. What? It looked the same. What? I don't get it. I sure know how to pick a teammate. I thought the other girls are going to be here for dinner. Or am I forgetting? I'm uncomfortable. My house is playing host to not one, but 2 invaders. I'm all the more unsettled because I so rarely have guests here. Actually, these 2 don't even look like they belong in a Japanese-style house to begin with. The time is almost 7 o'clock at night. Everyone's in the living room, but staying quiet and doing nothing isn't really good for my mental well-being. If you 2 don't mind, I want to talk about what we do from here.
ちょっと待って。その前に一つ決めておきたいんだけど、いいかしら。
Sure. What's that?
何って夕食のことよ。シロ、ずっと一人暮らしだったのよね。
Well, yeah.
なら食事は自分で作ってきたのよね。
Of course, I'd go hungry if I didn't eat.
さ、なら提案なんだけど、夕食の当番は交代制にしない？これからしばらく一緒に暮らすんだし、その方が助かるでしょ
？We'll see what they say. Like, if there's too much stuff I can mention here. You're right. I was thinking of going about my normal routine, but now that you're going to be living here, you'll be like family. You'll be expected to cook, and it'll lift some of the burden from me.
決まりね。じゃあ今日はシロが当番ってことで。もうこんな時間だし、作戦会議は食べてからにしよう。
Because we couldn't possibly eat and talk at the same time. Wait, it's fine if we take turns cooking dinner, but what about breakfast? Are we going to take turns for breakfast too?
ああ、朝はいいのよ。私食べないから。
What? Don't be ridiculous. You won't grow up big and strong unless you eat breakfast. So stupid.
余計なお世話よ。人のとにかく今日の夕食はシロが作るの。ちゃんとした食べ物を出さないと話なんてしないからね。
This is, by the way, really stupid for her to say because I'm pretty confident she can't cook food at all. So, like, she just gets by on, like, packaged food or something. For the life of me, I don't know what set her off, but Tosaka glares at me, irritated. Fine, I'll make something. Saber, you're going to eat too, right?
用意してもらえるのでしたらぜひ。食事は重要な活力源ですから。
Why don't we ask Rin for money? Give us food money, Rin. Got it. Then you 2 sit back and behave yourselves. Grab my apron, head to the kitchen. Luckily, there are enough ingredients for a meal for 3. Turn on the rice cooker right when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. Glance toward Tosaka and Saber from the kitchen. Those 2 look like they would prefer eating Western-style meals over Japanese meals. Seriously doubt Saber would like tofu natto, and to say nothing of Tosaka. Actually, I don't think Saber would be able to hold chopsticks in the first place. I hesitate for a minute, but there is no point worrying about this now. There's only a few dishes I can make with the ingredients I have right now. I have tofu. I think for a moment and decide to make deep fried tofu. I also decide to make a simple tofu and seaweed soup. Oh my gosh. Tofu and seaweed soup and deep fried tofu. I have tofu and tofu. And, well, yeah, seaweed soup. Yeah, okay. Since I have some chicken prepped, I'll use that to make teriyaki chicken as the main dish. Why wouldn't you make like chicken soup? Whatever. I drain the water from the tofu, season chicken, cut the daikon into strips, make a crunchy salad, grate the daikon, then make a sauce, saute some peppers.
今後の方針は決まっているのですか、リン。
さあ、情報がないから何とも言えないけど、とりあえずは他のマスターを探し出すことが先決かな。残るマスターはあと4人。こっちがマスターだって知られずに探し出したいけど、さすがにうまくはいかないわよね。
Wait, 4 other masters? But there's only 2 of them here, so there should be 7 masters total. And there are these 2 here. So there should be 5 masters. 5 more masters. Now, I know the real answer, but I'm wondering why she says this. I told them to be good, but they're on a pretty disturbing topic. I mean, disturbing. Oh no, we're talking about literally the life and death situation we're in. Don't they see I'm busy making dinner for the 3 of us? They're not even looking over here. Tosaka, not 4, it's 5. The only masters we know so far are you and me. Shot my contribution.
何言ってるのよ。私とシロ、それにイリアスフィールで3人でしょ。あなた、バザーカーのこともう忘れたの？
How would you know who Ilias... Did she say her name was Ilias Field? I don't remember what she said. I've seen that introduction of Ilya so many times that I've just never really processed it. Because it's just like, yeah, I know who she is every time. Like since like 2006 or 7 or whatever. Oh right, that little girl is also a master. I'd completely forgotten about her since Berserker left such a vivid impression on me. But now I remember that little girl's a master too, and she tried to kill us without a second's hesitation.
どうせね、あなたのことだからイリアスフィールを敵だって認識してなかったんでしょ。それはいいから調理に専念しなさいってば。シロの実力がわからないと私が困るんだから。
I don't know that my cooking skills are going to be problematic to Tosaka, but she's right. The food prep's pretty much done, so I need to concentrate and finish the dishes now.
イリアスフィール、バーサーカーのマスターですね。リンは彼女を知っているようでしたが。
まあね、名前ぐらいは知ってる。アインツベルンは何回か聖杯に届きそうになったっていう魔術師の家系だから。
A few times? A few times? Every time. What's she talking about? What is this? What?
聖杯戦争には慣れているということですね。
でしょうね。他の連中がどうだか知らないけど、イリアスフィールは最大の障害と見て間違いないわ。本来バーサーカーっていうクラスは力の弱い英雄を強化するものよ。
I've never heard that before. I don't know if I'd agree with this. I mean, it makes sense, but like, I still wouldn't agree with it.
理性を代償にして英霊を強くするんだけど、そういった凶暴化した英雄の制御には莫大な魔力を必要とする。
Like, I don't know. It's just like, why would you... So this would imply you have a lot of magical energy, but you can't summon a good servant, so then you make them a berserker. But this seems like a really stupid idea because, like, a berserker's noble phantasm is usually pretty weak, as in you do a lot of explosive damage, but nothing like really focused for the most part. So I don't know, it just seems pointless, at least by this explanation.
例えばあなたがバーサーカーになったら、
このように話をすることもできませんね。協力者としての機能を一切排除し、戦闘能力だけを特化させたのがバーサーカーです。ですが、それは手負いの指示を従えるようなもの。波の魔術師ではまず操れません。
That is interesting to say they're specialized in combat. But I guess that's true. I mean, I thought like the problem is that like they might have trouble focusing. But I guess they technically only focus on combat, I guess. Technically.
でしょうね。そこいらのマイナーな英霊がバーサーカーになった程度でも波のマスターじゃ制御しきれない。だっていうのにイリアスフィールは超一流の英霊を召喚して、そいつをバーサーカーにして完全に支配してた。悔しいけどマスターとしての能力は次元違いよ、あの子。
同感です。私たちの当面の問題はその次元違いの相手に狙われているという現状ですか。
うん、 私のアーチャーはまだ戦線に出られるほど回復してない。セイバーはどう？もう傷はいいの？
通常の戦闘ならば支障はありませんが、バーサーカーを相手にできるほど回復はしていません。バーサーカー戦の傷は完治しているのですが、ランサーから受けた傷には時間がかかるようです。
I don't remember how she got hurt from Lancer. I mean, sure, it's a magical attack, I guess,
そ
but
れじゃあやっぱり当面は様子見をするしかないかな。
それについては提案が。アーチャーの目は鷹のそれと聞きます。彼には屋敷の周囲を見張ってもらうというのはどうでしょうか。
そのつもりよ。あいつには屋根で見張りをさせるから、怪しい奴が近寄ってきたらすぐにわかるわ。この屋敷だって侵入者用の結界が張ってあるんだし、守りは万全でしょうね。まあバーサーカーに攻め込まれたら逃げるしかないけど。
the two continue their conversation. I don't like it. I'm the one making dinner for them, so I think it's rude for them to talk without me. Besides, Tosaka is too friendly with Saber. Well, I can't really talk to Tosaka so casually like that, so maybe Tosaka's just talking to Saber on my behalf. See my face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet, my brows furrowed in disapproval. That's weird. Why am I so mad? Okay then. Set out 3 plates, start serving dinner. Head into the living room. You know, this isn't the best topic for dinner. Loudly smack the tray down in front of Tosaka.
何怒ってるのよ、シロ。料理出しぐらいは手伝うべきだった？
I'm not mad, I just thought you were trying to act aloof around people. I give her a sideways glance. Tosaka seems perplexed. And then she gives me a chilling smile.
協力体制を決めていただけよ。安心なさい。別にあなたのセーバーを取ったりしないから。
What the? I can't tell. I can tell I'm starting to blush. Tosaka just pointed out why I was so annoyed. Why you?
あら、違った？ならごめんなさいね、エミ役。
You say whatever the hell you want. I retreat to the kitchen to grab the rest of the dishes. She really got to me. Tosaka is still smiling and Saber is as expressionless as ever. Starting to wonder whether I can survive this partnership. But we go ahead and start dinner, giving her the silent treatment. After what happened earlier, I don't want to talk to Tosaka. I'm too embarrassed to even look at Saber. Saber eats in silence. Her movements are elegant. I can't believe she's the same girl who was swinging a sword earlier. And I can't put a finger on it, but every time she takes a bite of something she hasn't eaten before, she nods. It's amusing. It seems to be her way of saying the food is good. Also turns out she can use chopsticks properly. Tosaka, on the other hand,
よし、これなら勝った。
the moment she takes her first bite, she clenches her fist and says, "Alright, I can do better than this."
明日を見てなさいよ、エミヤシロ。
Like he literally only had tofu and seaweed. Right, and a little bit of chicken. Tosaka's fist trembles with excitement. Dear God, have I done something bad? Okay, so about what you two were discussing earlier. The two raise their heads simultaneously. Wait. I'm already nervous with just one of them around, so having the two react in unison like that is torture.
さっきの話って何のことよ？
About what to do from now on. You two were talking about it while I was cooking.
まずは他のマスターを探す
About
とい
looking
うこ
for
と
the
です。
other masters? Yeah, that. I'm just wondering if you have a specific plan.
どうするも何も地道に探すしかないでしょ。あ、そうだ。シロ、魔術師の気配ぐらいはわかる？なら話は早いんだけど。
I can't. I didn't know you were a mage and we've been going to the same school for 2 years.
やっぱりそうなのね。まあそれはいいわ。どうせ他の連中はみんな気配を立ってるだろうし、魔術師の気配からたどる線は無理っぽいもの。セイバーはどう？サーバントはサーバントを感知できるって言うけど。
多少はできますが、あくまで身近で能力を行使している場合だけです。私では半径200メートルほどしか捉えられません。
That's pretty close.
なるほどね。じゃあますます相手の出方を待つか、どこかおかしな場所を探すしかない。マスターが何か行動すればその痕跡は残るもの。私たちはそれを探り当てるってわけ。
Are you saying we need to search all over town?
いいえ、それはやめた方がいいわ。あっちも網を張ってるから、そんなことしたら一発でマスターだってバレるわよ。とりあえずはこっちの体勢が整うまでは後手に回りましょう。今まで通りに生活してマスターだと悟られないこと、腕の霊児は他人に見られないように隠しておくこと、できるだけ人気のないところには行かないこと、日が落ちたらすぐに戻ってくること、あとは
外出するときはサーバントを連れて行くようにしてください。アーチャーはリンの護衛ができますか？
それぐらいならできるみたいね。霊体にして待機させておくから私は大丈夫よ。問題は
私のマスターですね。
そう。ちょっと聞いてる？シロ。外出するときはちゃんとセーバーを連れて行きなさいよ。人目につかないようにするのが私たちのルールだけど、中には昼間っから襲いかかってくるバカがいるかもしれない。そういう時に備えてセイバーとは一緒にいなさいよね。
Alright, I'll try. My response is pretty half-hearted. I understand why Tosaka would say that, but I hesitate at the idea of taking Saber everywhere. I'm already nervous talking to Tosaka, but Saber makes me even more nervous. Actually, nervous might not be the right word. I'm just bad at talking to Saber.
何か？
Nothing. Hey, do you want a second helping? Hand me your bowl.
いえ、結構です。実に見事な味付けでした、シロ。
Gosh. I avert my gaze without meaning to. If I can't even look at her in the eye right now, who knows how I'm going to feel or what I'll do if we're going to be together all the time.
ああ、でもダメか。セイバーは霊体になれないんだから学校までついてこられない。
学校？シロは学生なのですか？
I thought we already knew this. Like, he already went to school on Saturday and told her to stay behind. Yeah, I am. Alright, Saber can't go to school because she's not a student. Guess I'll just have to have her stay at home while I'm at school. I forget what day is this. Is this Saturday or Sunday? Or even Friday? I don't remember.
学校に行かないということはできないのですか、シロ。
I can't do that. I should live my life like normal, so I need to go to school. Besides, school's safe. There's not a lot of places with so many people.
ですが。
大丈夫よ、セイバー。学校には私だっているんだから、もしもの時はフォローするわ。
And I keep saying nothing will happen.
わかりました。
Based on the no proof.
マスターがそう言うのでしたら従います。
Saber doesn't look convinced, but she still nods in agreement. Night falls. Tosaka looks like she prepared herself a bath while I was cleaning up after dinner. Honestly, she's acting like she owns this place right from the start. I'll need to make clear who's boss around here, or things are going to be real tough for me in the future. I don't know what he's talking about. Easier said than done. I get the sense seizing the initiative is going to be really hard. Speaking of difficulties, there's another person who will be the source of my headaches. Actually, Saber is probably my bigger obstacle. Tosaka can be reasoned with, but Saber seems completely impossible to convince no matter what. Saber, I know she's not a bad person, but Saber is back in her room. Tosaka's probably back in her own room in the detached area of the house. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time before bedtime, so I should probably talk to Saber a bit more. Honestly, I'll need to overcome my awkwardness around her, or else I'm going to suffer for it. Whether she's a servant or not, she's still a girl and younger than me. Okay. I'm sure I could learn a lot about her if we talked. Plus, I'll need to get used to her, or Tosaka's never going to stop looking down on me. And that's a problem. I don't want that, so I should work on talking to her more casually. I go back to my own room next to mine, separated by a single sliding door. Saber's room. Saber, are you awake?
起きています。何かありましたか、マスター。
Saber slides the door open. I try to get the hammering of my heart under control as she comes near. Calm down. I'm only going to talk to her as a master.
白、顔色が優れませんが、傷が開いたのですか。
No, that's not it. I'm feeling all better. Actually, how are you doing?
はい、問題はありません。今の状態では完治まで時間はかかりますが、このままでも平均値はクリアしていますから。バーサーカー以外の相手ならば互角に渡り合えるでしょう。
I don't sense any pretension from her. She is simply stating the truth. I don't have any reason to give any response to give. Saber's words may be encouraging to a master, but I still don't want a delicate-looking girl like her to fight. I want to ask you something. Don't you have any goals other than fighting since you're here in the modern world? Aren't there things you'd like to do?
他の目的ですか。そのようなことはありませんが、サーバントは戦うためだけに呼び出されたものです。それ以外の目的など余分なだけだ。シローの発言はひどく的が外れています。
I figured. I'm trying to tell someone not to fight when it's their only reason for being here. It's not that I wanted to tell her. It's not that I wanted to tell her that, but it's just that Saber lacks humanity. That might be enough if fighting is all she's going to do, but she is right in front of me looking like an actual human being. So it doesn't feel right for her to just fight. If Saber's going to be here, she should at least do something she enjoys, or it'll all seem like it was in vain. Hey Saber, servants are supposed to be heroic spirits from the past, right? Then I'd been about to ask her what she was like before she became who she is now, but I stopped myself.
私の真名は教えられません。
Just because she can't tell you her true name doesn't mean she can't tell you what her life was like. During the day, Saber said that was going to be a secret between the two of us. So I wouldn't be surprised if Saber refused to tell me anything about her past.
シロ、言いかけてやめるのはよくありません。必要な質問なら答えますが。
Yeah, you can just ask. It's no big deal. No, forget about it. I was just about to ask a dumb question. I averted my eyes to try to change the subject, not the topic. It really was a stupid question. I thought I wasn't interested in Saber's identity, and Saber's been refusing to tell me because it's not safe. Bringing up something like this would just prove I'm a bad master dwelling on unimportant stuff like the identity of who I'm working with. Like, she literally could be like, I am twice as powerful near water. Or, you know, like, there's information she could tell you that wouldn't give away her identity or her weakness, you know? But what else can I talk to her about then? If I can't ask anything about Saber, the only other topics left would be me. That would be even more pointless. I'm grasping at straws here. If I can't ask about her identity, I'll just have to ask about what Saber likes, what she wants to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I don't care if she's going to look at me funny. I'm ready to ask all the futile questions I want. And then there's an exclamation point at the end. I'm gonna ask pointless shit. I don't want to ask her, like, when she died in life or something. That's stupid. Like,
シロ、あなたから質問がないのなら、私から尋ねていいでしょうか。
Yeah, sure. What is it?
昨夜のことです。シロは私を助けようとしてバーサーカーに打ち倒されました。それは覚えていますね。
I do. But what? Are you going to keep belittling me like you had this morning? I get that it was a rash decision on my part, so don't remind me. It makes me feel sick.
それは私も同じです。ですがこれは、あなたという人間を知るために聞いておくべきことだと思う。シロ、あなたはなぜバーサーカーに向かったのです。
Because you're a girl. I'm sexist.
近寄ればどうなるか、シロには分からなかったのですか。
Well, of course I knew. I knew getting near that thing would definitely be the end of me. Still, I tried to save Saber, not out of some foolishly optimistic belief I could. I think it is the reason, but okay. I just tried to save her. I didn't care about what would happen afterwards. I mean, you didn't even think that you could. You just acted before thinking. That's the real reason. Like, being like, oh, it wasn't about whether I could or couldn't. It was just instinct or whatever. And it's like, okay, but like, do you often jump in front of cars? You know, like, there still should be a survival instinct. He basically just jumped in front of a moving truck because he's like, oh, it looked like something bad was gonna happen. Oopsies. Like, okay. Yeah, saving Saber was my top priority. If anything, the fear of not being able to save Saber was greater than my fear of being killed. Why? You had literally met her for like 1 hour. Sorry, I forgot why. It all happened so fast I don't really remember what I was thinking at the time. I was probably just rattled. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made such a suicidal move. Rather than tell her the truth, I just say something to try to get myself out of the situation. Wait a second. Damn it. What's the buttons here? I probably did it because of how serious Saber was looking at me. Wait a second.
それは私も同じです。ですがこれは、あなたという人間を知るために、シロ、近寄ればどうなるか、シロには分からなかったのですか。
But that was the truce. That was the truth. The truce was that he was wait a second, I'm trying to get rid of the auto mode. The truce was that he moved without thinking. So it's like, I feel like we're getting too much in the weeds of the explanation. Like, he didn't want to regret not saving her or whatever. Rather than tell her the truth, I just say something to try to get myself out. It's exactly what he said was what was the truth. Probably did it because of how seriously Saber was looking at me. I think that's a wrong word to say too. Unwittingly, like, no, he did it. He did it on purpose. What she said she should say you did it instinctively or. I mean, unwittingly could be the right word for it. Unwittingly. I'm trying to think, like, Unwittingly is like just a weird word. But yeah, I mean, I think it'd just be better to say you did it instinctively or you did it. It wasn't, yeah, unwittingly. I told you I was rattled. If something like that happened again, I'm sure I would just be quaking.
そうですね。それが正常な人間です。自らの命を無視して他人を助けようとする人間などいない。
I mean, that's kind of stupid to say that. Like, isn't that kind of sort of what firefighters do? It's just a question, though, of whether, like, you would consciously do it. Most people try to save people while protecting their life. Because trying to save somebody while fully expecting that you're going to die is really stupid. Like, if you do that, then I feel like it would be less likely that you're going to save the person. Like, if you're not trying to if you're not trying to protect your body in combat, but you're trying to save somebody else, how is it that you have the wherewithal to understand how to protect the other person, but you're not also making sure that you're safe to some extent, of course. Like, obviously, if you just get in the way of a sword, then it's so easy. But then it's like, but you're not thinking, okay, I just took a hit from a sword, now I'm probably gonna die, and the person I was protecting is now gonna probably get hit by the sword right after, you know? Which is actually the same in this situation. Like, Shiro just got absurdly lucky that Ilya just decided, hey, Berserker, don't keep attacking. Because like, okay, she just basically killed Shiro, like he's like about to die. She could have had Berserker either swing one more time at Shiro or swing a couple more times at Saber. Like, they literally would have died right there, right then and there, if she just was like, swing like 3 more times in any way you want and you'll probably win. But instead, oh well, she was so shocked. I know why she's shocked, but it's still stupid because like she was prepared for him to die to some extent, but she was like shocked that it's like, wait, he's willing to sacrifice himself for some random servant, that's really stupid. And then she was just like, I don't want. It was just so stupid that she didn't want to keep fighting, kind of.
ですからそんな人間がいるとしたらその人物の内面はどこか欠落しています。その欠落を抱えたまま進んでは待っているのは悲劇だけです。
She's talking about herself. Her deep green eyes are trying to tell me something. And yet, cut it out, Saber. I told you I was just frazzled. I'm scared to die too, so it's not like I can act like a saint. If something like that happened again, I'm going to prioritize myself over you. I try to mask my anxiety by just spouting a bunch of heartless crap.
それはよかった。私の思い違いなら問題はないでしょう。ええ。確かにシローは臆病です。道さえ間違えなければ、きっと正しい魔術師になれる。
Yes, you are a coward. This is a good thing. Hey, do I really look like a coward to you?
ええ、とても。置かれた状況を受け入れるために努力するあたりが特に。そういった賢明さを時に臆病というのです。恐れを知らない者は賢者になれないのと同じですね。
I think I disagree with all of this, but okay. She seems relieved. Saber even smiles as she says this. It must be because of how lovely and elegant everything she does is. I can't think of anything else to say, so Saber and I spend the rest of our time alone in my bland room. And then night falls. I did not talk to Saber or Tosaka in the other room. What? You did talk to Saber. What? Like at night, I guess. And nothing much happened until it was bedtime. It's 11 now. Lights in the house are off and everyone inside goes to sleep to prepare for the upcoming day. I can't sleep. I'm still lying on my side, eyes wide open. This is my room. I should be sleeping, but it feels completely different now. Damn, why can't I? It's quiet, but I hear Saber's breathing in the next room. I know. Of course I can hear sound coming from the next room if it's quiet. And since I can hear her breathing, I find myself imagining Saber's sleeping form. Ah, damn it. How the hell can I fall asleep in this situation? I can't just stay in this whole bed of needles situation forever. I sneak out of my futon, trying not to wake Saber up. Thank goodness. I thought Saber would notice, but I guess not. Unless she's a deep sleeper. I question whether she can really protect her master this way, but there's no immediate danger. If servants are linked to masters, she would probably wake up immediately if her master was in danger. Tosaka seems to be asleep. The lights in the detached building are out. She's either just that defiant, or maybe she's naturally adaptable. Because Tosaka managed to blend in here in just a day. Well, honestly, it does help having her around. Yep, she's a handful, but she is helpful. One bit of evidence of that is the bandage wrapped around my hand. Hide my command spells, huh? I never would have thought to do that if it hadn't been pointed out. Really? Why? Like hiding is obviously the point of the war to some extent. Wait, now that I think about it. Ilya's not hiding. I'll just say Assassin's not hiding. Lancer's complicated. Yeah, I guess Tosaka and Shiro are now hiding. I think there's only Lancers, Master, Casters, Master, and Rider's Master that hide. I think that's it. Command spells Master's bear appear somewhere on their arm. Mine appeared on the back of my hand. Left hand. Did this get... I think this might have gotten retconned. As in, they always appear at the back of everybody's left hand every time. As far as I'm aware. Because, yeah, he's implying, well, they could show up like right here or on the shoulder maybe or something is what he's kind of implying. But here he's like, oh, mine's just on the back of my hand. It's like, Clothes won't work to hide it? So I'll need to use bandages even if it looks a bit awkward. Oh, they just mean you can't like put like a sleeve over it or something. I mean, you could wear gloves or something. It's wintertime, so I'll wear some long sleeves to hide it. Okay, this is stupid. Just wear gloves. Tosaka has hers on the opposite hand from mine. Wow, really? Wait, hers are... I never noticed this. Hers are on her right hand? Around the middle of her right hand. Or somewhere around there? The middle of her right hand? Isn't this... Wait, the middle of the palm or the back? Oh man, this is weird. Shape of command spells differ for each master. I don't think I'll ever see Tosaka's command spell. Why? That's like saying I don't think I'll ever fight next to Tosaka. Silence falls over the shed. This is where Lancer cornered me yesterday and where Saber appeared. The entrance is still open and it's pitch dark inside, as if to repel anyone who might try to enter. But this darkness is familiar to me. I used to play here when I was young, and I feel it to be my real room. It sits silently under the wintry night sky. I step inside. After closing the door to shut out the cold, I turn on the stove. I thought I would take a break today, but I shouldn't. The old man would be rolling in his grave if he knew I skipped my training 2 days in a row. What? Skipped? What? You were literally attacked the previous day. What are you talking about? I sit down in the middle of the shed and take a deep breath. I should train, no pauses. Actually, you should probably recover from what happened the previous day, but okay. Magecraft is a mental discipline to me, so I shouldn't skimp on my training for no good reason. Actually, you probably should skimp on your training when you're in the middle of combat, like a combat situation. Like, you were training your whole life for this moment, basically, for this time period. And now that you're here, you shouldn't keep training. Like 7 days of training or 14 days of training or whatever isn't going to make a huge difference in this time period. It isn't going to make any difference, really, you would think. So it'd be better to conserve magical energy. Because, yeah, I just realized, like, he really shouldn't use up magical energy at this point in the war. Like, I'm just going to use up all my magical energy practicing magecraft. Hope I don't need magic tomorrow. Like, what? Breathe in. I begin my training by getting my breathing under control. The usual images pop into my head. The image of a sword drifting into my empty mind. I try to ignore it and clear my head. As soon as magical energy runs through my body, I begin my usual training. My strengthening magecraft succeeded for the first time in years when I was attacked by Lancer last night. I need to recreate that same feeling before I forget, or else it'll have been for nothing. Trace on. I close my eyes halfway and release the air from my lungs. That's all I can do for now. As I concentrate, everything fades away. The Holy Grail War, Saber Tosaka. If I allow my thoughts to slide into nothingness, any immature hesitations will fall away, and I'll finally get a good night's sleep. I mean, I guess that's why you'd want to train, because you just had a breakthrough in your magic capabilities, technically. I'm thinking. I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much, but we'll just do new. Okay, so this was actually day 4. Like a day 4 redo is what we'll call this stream. And now we're on day 5. So this was a Saturday, I think. And then this is Sunday. And last time, well, wait, how does this work? Maybe I'm losing track, I think. Actually, can we, let me check if I can get the, damn it. That's not what I wanted. Where was it? Oops. Sorry. No. Trying to do stuff. Here it is. That on X? Okay. Whatever. Flowchart. Yeah, the flowchart. That's what I want to see. Shouldn't I be seeing the other? Okay, there it is. Okay. Wait, what? Can I get a zoom out here? Sheesh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there's the dead end up there. Okay, so this was the day I died last time. Okay. That's why I was getting confused, because like you can go so far and then she kills you, and it's like, okay. But yeah, what day of the week is it though? Okay, so this was the day where we did go. Okay, this is why it was getting thrown off, because in the original route it was just, oh, I'm hanging out with them, and like I talked to Saber a little bit. Yeah, because you talked to Saber a little bit at the beginning here. You just reject Rin technically. But yeah, I was like, oh, I better side with Saber. And I think it was mostly just I wasn't saying that I was only going to go solo. I was saying, hey, can you give me some time? Yeah, I was literally, yeah, I should go talk to Saber first. Let's just go talk to Saber, and then we can make the decision later. Rin's like, you've betrayed me. Like, what the heck? Awful girl. But yeah, so yeah, you got to talk to her, and it's like, we'll figure it out later. And then you go here, talk to some of your friends. You do the magecraft training, which is funny because like this one actually shows like the actual the line. What's that called? The magic circuit. Whereas here it didn't really show much at all. And then yeah, here it's like you just wake up. Well, this is gonna be the flashback here, and then you talk to Saber, and then you go to school like normal, and die. I think this is a Monday. Yeah, and she's trying to follow you. But then like here in this one, it was almost like she knew that you were a student, but she wasn't surprised at all. But then over here, she was like, you're a student. What? And it's like, what? Why are you shocked by this? Over here, you weren't shocked by it. But yeah, so this is Monday, I think. And then this is Sunday. And then this would have been Saturday. This seems right? Because you wake up. This is like... Wait, how does this work? Yeah, I think this was Saturday. I think... Because I'm pretty sure they just have a normal school day on Saturday. But yeah, it was just like blah da 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 da. Nothing really happened. Then after school is when stuff went crazy. And this day, see, this is why I'm confused, because like we saw this here, and it's like, okay, you're not supposed to think about this too much. Just like, oh, what's this sword about? Oh, don't worry about it. It'll be relevant later, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I wish they had these days marked. Was like the day of the week. But yeah, this was a big this was a big day actually. Yeah, I was just checking, like it took a bit longer to finish this day than I was expecting. Cause yeah, I mean, again, like I was expecting, like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, it'll take like 30 minutes or so to get through the rest of this day, but then no, it took over an hour, or about an hour, just to do like this part. I don't even think that we got to here. Cause yeah, like I didn't ask her real name in this stream today. So I guess it was just right here. 1 hour of this. Like, I know there was a bit of a break in there, but like still, it was basically 1 hour of this, which is just talking. So yeah, man, this day, yeah, the Force day is just absurdly long. Let me see. So this was, yeah, the 31st. So it's a little annoying because like, maybe I should count this. Maybe I should adjust the days and call this like day 0. And that makes it even easier because then you can be like day 1, day 2. I mean, it's a little weird though to do it that way just because Shiro, you start playing as Shiro. Wait, when do you start playing as Shiro? I think this is when you start playing as Shiro. Yeah, they call this day 1 though. Yeah, they even call it day 1, so I have to just go based on what they call it. But yeah, oh yeah, here it is. This is where Rin. Then she gets messed up. But the confusing thing is that actually this part here happens like between here. It was like right after the fight with Lancer and right before this. So that's actually like this misleading. Like it should be right here basically. Or well, you know, above these two. So like that's like halfway in. Yeah, like it's so like this part is like I've never heard anybody talk about how much you play as Rin. Like that this was significant. Like, this was basically a full 3 days. Yeah, I have to go back and look at some of these routes, I guess maybe. Just like save it and then go back and like look real quick kind of thing. But yeah, man, day 4. Ooh, man. But yeah, next stream will be longer, but you know, I feel like I say this every time, and as you saw before, I seem to be playing every 3 weeks or something. But I think this will be what I play tomorrow. I think. I'm just trying to think how long I want to get through. Because yeah, like I said, I wanted to get back on track. Because like again, this day 4 is so long, it's throwing me off. It's like because again in that previous loop, I got through the day fairly fast. You know, we learned some information. It's enjoyable. Okay, cool. But then like that one was like an hour. But then we had to go back after I died in day 5, and then so day 4 on the normal route is like 3 or 4 hours or something. Like what the heck? Freaking hell, man. Like so much longer. And honestly, and unfortunately, it's a lot of information that I already know, and so there's that too. But honestly, Shiro doesn't care anyway, so it's like we're learning information technically. but this isn't really benefiting Shiro. But yeah. So I'll play a much longer part tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see how it works out. I think tomorrow's supposed to be a short. I'm doing a lot of short work days this week, for better and for worse. So hopefully I'll be able to play this for like 5 hours or so. And then I have something else I gotta play afterwards. So yeah, we'll see how it all turns out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.